Are you revving up? Can I get a? Where is it? It's here. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the right one. Hello. Hi. Yes. Hello. Brr. Bumbly fumbly be subscribed. Aha, yes, a quarter of a year simping. And it's been worth it so far. Your streams always cheer me. Wire is in front of the chat. I cannot see it. Oh no, it's my pajamas. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, wait. There we go. Please. Ma'am? Thing. Also, do you like my new pajamas? I'm not gonna wait, I have to be careful not to show my foot because I don't want to get arrested. No, wait. Ta-da! Nice. My other ones had a hole in it and then the whole leg ripped off. So, anyway. So yeah, I thought I would have no energy because I was really ill yesterday. Not corona ill. Different kind of ill. But I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling kind of good today. So, surprisingly, here we are. Hello. I enjoy Jimmy Fallon. Hello, Lou. Shut up as well. This is most likely to go wrong anyway. Like, from concept, that was always gonna go wrong. The concept is barely even... you know, it's not, like, if this is the concept, it's not... She ain't been molded, you know? It's more like, you know? I don't think you even saw, but I've really made a mess now. Here's the plan. Okay, so I was thinking, I was like, what do I want to do on stream? Because I'm not really in the mood to play a game. So yeah, I was like, I want to do arty, crafty things. Like, I don't know how many of you were here for like the clay modeling streams. And I was like, hey, I want to maybe do that. Maybe do some drawing, maybe some like Pictionary, Scribble.io vibes. But like, I don't know, I thought, okay. The plan is, I'm gonna use the most like high voted words or like the top words, and I'm gonna start just BSing a story. You know, I did this in like year 3. I used to just tell these really stupid stories to people at like lunchtime, okay? And it wasn't funny then, and it's probably not gonna be funny now, and it's probably gonna be really cringe. We're gonna add a word, and I'm gonna start telling the story, and then I'm gonna add the new word, and I have to either use it as a word or like inspiration or whatever, and it's just gonna be really dumb, and we're just gonna see how long we can go for with it being entertaining until we like, you know, just hate it. So, I don't know, it might not be fun at all. Or maybe, you know, so essentially, under the tweet, you know, like Twitter? Yeah, under the... Sorry, don't know who that was. I'm gonna get 30-second timer. Oh boy, okay. And then we just keep resetting and starting, I guess. This is such a bad idea. What? Oh god, I'm so stressed. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I literally said I was low energy. Okay, we're gonna just start, okay? Oh god, I'm so stressed. Okay. It was a dog. Okay, wait, let me breathe for a second. Let me drink water, because I think this is gonna emotionally dehydrate me. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's like normal talking. It's like normal talking with a plot. Okay? It's fine. No big deal. Oh, suddenly all the piss has appeared. It was a dark, stormy night. Little Billy had just awoken to the sound of a crashing outside of his window. His mother and father were at a colonialism conference, so he knew it couldn't be them in the garden. But who else? I can't do this. Who else could it be at a time like this? Oh, the time's about to go. All right, tides. The tides crashed against the beach in the distance. Little Billy lived by the ocean, as you can tell. He began to head downstairs, softly tiptoeing, through the big wooden hallways. I didn't start the timer. Big wooden hallways. His foot tripped on the edge of a carpet, and with a scoff, he stumbled down the first flight of stairs. Ah! Cried little Billy in horror. He knew that he couldn't be hurt at a time like this, especially with his parents away at that conference, because who would help him? And he was too young to own a phone. Only the house phone was available. A whoosh sound. It must be the wind. Wait, as he headed further down the stairs, the whooshing continued, and he realized that, no, in fact, it must be the vacuum. Little Billy started to shake with nerves and adrenaline as he got a little excited at the thought of a ghost in his very own house. By the way, viewers, little Billy was gay, and that's okay. But his parents didn't like it because they were very conservative and also colonialists, as I mentioned. So little gay Billy continued down the hall, looking towards the kitchen cupboard and spying a bottle of Marlboro. And then he slipped on some shattered glass. Oh god, it was another bottle of Marlboro on the floor. Little Billy yelped. He had sustained so many injuries in this short space of time, and he was still so tired. Oh no, I didn't start the timer! All I see is nature and birds, and with that, is this going well? He opened the cupboard and he grabbed a little piece of bread. Ripping up the bread, he headed outside and threw it onto the pavement. The nighttime birds suddenly flurried towards him with caws and roars. Amongst them, Billy noticed, was a bat, and this bat had a key. Ooh! The bat slammed into the window, making a recognizable crash. Was that what that sound was all along? The bat kept slamming. Oh boy, would he slam. I forgot to reset it again. And with another big slam, it fell and died. The bat was dead. Little Billy screamed. A dead bat? What would his parents say? Because they were also horribly racist, and especially towards bats. Little Billy cried. He started crying so much, but during his tears, the glint of the key, shut up! The glint of the key looked out at him. It was with this that Billy remembered the phrase of his favorite villain. We live in a society. This gave him strength. The birds had flown away by this point, and all that was left was their spit and blood on the floor where they had violently pecked at the bread. In the middle of this collection was the bat. Billy leaned over and, and picked up the key. On the key was an inscription. All it said was crack cocaine. Billy was confused. What does this mean? Crack, like glass? Cocaine, like... He stumbled on his own thoughts. He didn't know what this meant. Little Billy was young, as I have said several times, so he doesn't know much. He's also a bit slow. So anyway, he ripped the key off the bat, in the process ripping off one of its feet, but it's fine, it was dead anyway. Or at least he thought, as the bat squealed with pain and started attacking him. Oh no, thought little Billy to himself, and then he stumbled backwards in fear as the bat continued to scratch at his face. Scrambled up and grabbed the shovel which was by the kitchen door. He whonked the bat, and the bat went reeling back, one foot still left on the pavement. Oh, frick off. This is so difficult. Wait, I'm on a break. 1 second. I'm just trying to refresh my Twitter. I'm gonna forget the story. This is too much. I know. It's fine. Okay. Oh, frick off. Little Billy, ran towards out of the kitchen and into the main room. This night was cancelled, he said to himself, in the hit of stress that he was feeling. Then oh frick, I just wiped off my stars. It's fine. Then, heard the phone ringing in the other room. What? Who could this be? He picked up the phone, and it was Coy! Little Billy? Yes? Who's this? It's Coy. What? From Elodie's Discord? No, it's Coy, the head of police. We have bad news. Oh! No, what's the bad news? Your parents, they're dead. What? Your parents are dead? How? I thought my racist, overly conservative parents were at a colonialism conference. No, Billy, your parents aren't really at a colonialism conference. What? What do you mean? Billy, I'm not really the head of the police. What? Who are you then? I'm really a secret agent who works with your parents. Oh my god! How can this be real? I must be dreaming. No, Billy, you're not dreaming. Your parents were not at a colonialism meeting, they were really on a mission. What kind of mission? They were trying to stop fascism. Fascism! I'm crying! Oh my god, I'm gonna ruin my face. 1 second. Oh, there's another star! Oh god, my eye itches so much from all the Vaseline that I stuck the stars on with, obviously. I don't, anyway. Oh god, I'm so out the zone now, I just hate myself a lot. I'm coming over right now, I'll pick you up. What? That seems inappropriate! No, it's fine. As I said, I'm an agent who works with your parents. Wait a second, how do I know that you're really working with my parents? And also, I don't even know you that well, I just thought you were the chief of the police. He hung up the phone. What do I do now? Cried little Billy in distress. I feel like a dead dog with all this grief in my heart. I need to pack my bag for an adventure. As he felt the cringe looking at his Fortnite poster, which is not cool. He also had another poster, which was Charles Manson. He loves him, but this was not the time to go into that. Oh, guys, I need more words. No, shut up. Okay, wait, okay. Little Billy, exclaimed, "Frick!" and continued to pack his bag. Into the bag, he put a torch, a candy cane from last Christmas. It was strangely melted against the wrapper, but he thought it could taste good. He put a crowbar, which he had under his bed. Oh, little Billy, you pesky bee. His mother would have said if she found it. And putting more things in it, like a toothpaste, and a change of clothes, and also a pair of scissors, and his plant. Anyway, so little Billy then decided to climb out the window because it seemed that policeman agent, who knows, Coy was on his way and he didn't want to get mixed up with him. So he tied his bed sheets together and started to climb out the window, except they obviously fell apart because that's not really a realistic way to get out the window, and little Billy wasn't very good at tying knots. So then he was bouncing off the roof and landed in a bramble bush, and the bush was full of mice, and the mice all scurried away, screaming into the night. And little Billy felt quite bad because he quite liked mice. Then he started heading across the garden and towards the back fence because he didn't want Mr. Coy to find him. So once he was at the fence, he saw a shooting star and made a wish, and the wish went a little something like this. Please, my parents, So let them be dead. And also, can I have something good for Christmas, please, for once, instead of just a melted candy cane? Okay, thank you. Bye. He got to the top of the fence, and then he fell off the other side because he's really not very agile, and he skipped PE most of the time. So then guys, how long is this gonna go on for? Oh no, said little Billy. It hurty, my foot hurty. And then he realized that he didn't even have a foot. So what was he going on about? He lost it at the age of 2 in a tractor accident. So anyway, as he continued across the woods at the back of his house, he found some Lego bricks. They were in the shape of a little castle. Oh my, thought Billy, what could this be? As he plucked one of the bricks off, suddenly the floor below him, and he crashed through the leaves into a secret passageway? He crashed into a secret passageway? Screamed Billy. What is happening to me? Oh boy, this was quite a night. You must agree, viewers. Disconnecting his stump leg and brushing the glass off that he hadn't quite got earlier. So he put his stump leg back on. So anyway, frick. Then, I keep forgetting the timer. On the walls were paintings of a snollygoster. I don't know what that is. It was combined with an ancient writing which little Billy couldn't quite understand. He then realized that it was actually just Spanish and that he was not really the smartest boy in the bramble bush. Little Billy continued down the passageway and noticed a small pool full of octopuses, or octopi, as his mother would have scolded him. Oh, Mother, I wish you were here. I miss your strong hands and beautiful legs. Little Billy started to cry in desperation and sadness as he thought of his mother's milk jugs. And Father, oh, how could I not miss you too with your muscular bodies, and that I love the way that you beat me. Father, I miss you. He was so sad. It really, I can't. I hate this so much. I hate Billy. He's the worst character. Billy plodded further down the hall and found himself at a doorway. Outside of the doorway was an irreversible realization in which he realized he had lost the key somewhere back in the passageway. Oh no! He started to scramble back through the passage, searching desperately for this key. Suddenly, from within the little pool full of octopi came a glint. The key? It must be with the octopi! One of the octopi in the pool was holding what seemed to be Jaeger bombs. What? Little Billy said, what is that? The octopi beckoned for him to come closer. Come, little boy, I have a little treat for you, it gurgled in its octopus language. I don't speak octopus, said Billy, but he came closer anyway because he could understand hand signals quite well. Oh no, I don't like this, he said as the octopi beckoned further. I don't like this at all. This really makes me think of cake, because cake gives me the opposite feeling to this. Cake brings me joy, while this feeling is not so good. Little Billy dipped his hand to the pool, and the octopi grabbed onto it. You fool, it said, as it gripped harder and harder onto his hand. Little Billy realized that the octopi was actually quite small, and that it wasn't really that strong of a grip. So he bent down even further and grabbed the key from the bottom of the pool. No, you must be one of those ratoons, it cried. I don't know what that means. Little Billy whipped his hand out of the pool, key in his fist. Now it's time for me to head back to that door. Come on then, little octopi. No, I can't believe my plan has been so thwarted, it screamed, but then realised that it was actually quite happy to leave the pool and decided to continue to sit on Billy's arm. So Billy and the octopi headed towards the door and shoved that key in the hole. Little Billy entered the room. Maybe I shouldn't be here, hee hee. What an adventure this is. Anyway, Billy went through the door and saw before his eyes a big ol' baby frog. Oh boys, I love frogs. Hey there, he said. Rrr, said the frog. I don't speak that language either, said Billy. He was not very intelligent, nor was he willing to try. Where am I going with this? Billy then noticed that the frog was sitting right in front of a huge screen and a cabinet of weapons. Little Billy gasped with excitement. Is this, in fact, the spy cave? Oh boy, I guess they really are secret agents. Maybe Police Chief or Secret Agent Coy wasn't actually lying to me. He also saw a gun. How? So Billy picked up the gun and put it in his pocket. Oh boy, this might come in handy later, he thought to himself. The octopus also thought the same and took the gun out of the pocket and held it in his little octopus hands. Ah! I hope I find a button for the screen so I can turn it on. It's time! Oh, frick. I'm going to use, this small car that I have in my bag that I didn't tell you that I packed, but I did. And he pulled out a small Hot Wheels car and he placed it right on top of a very obvious button. Who would have thought that the pressure from the car just happened to be the same pressure that pressing your finger onto a button would have, and the screen flickered onwards. Little Billy then thought solemnly about the Cold War, which had taken place only 60 years ago? Anyway, moving on from this bit, he decided that he really needed to pee. A few minutes passed, and the big screen flickered again, this time with a video. The video was very staticky, and Billy couldn't quite make out what it was. And I hate my son! Wait! He recognized that voice. That must be his mother. Billy could hardly make out what was happening, but it seemed that this was his parents' last video before their mission. Billy then found a rat scurrying across the floor. Oh no, the rat had angered the bees and they were chasing it. As Billy realized this, he knew he had to get out of there quick, or else those bees would be after his butt. So Billy put Mr. Octopus and the gun in his backpack and also picked up the rat for good luck, and he ran out the room. As Billy headed out of the room, he decided he might find some food, such as a sausage, if he headed towards the picnic area outside the woods. In the picnic area, he found the sausage he'd been looking for, and also a strange book, which was half burnt. But in the book, he found a little map, and he opened the map to make it a big map. Wait, what do you mean this makes no sense? This makes perfect sense. This all makes sense. Little Billy was quite, cold at this point because it was still nighttime, so he decided to have a nap in the hay bale, which was at the edge of the picnic area. So he did. He had a nap. As morning broke upon the horizon... Oh god, this is such a horrible story, I'm sorry. As morning broke out upon the horizon, little Billy realized that he had lost so many hours and that his parents were probably still in danger. Oh no, he said, looking at the map again, which he could now see more clearly because it was daylight. I think they're by the ocean, which I'd previously mentioned continuity. Oh, and the ocean is over the bridge. He thought to himself, I can get to that, it's easy peasy. So little Billy got up and said good morning to his rat and his octopus, and he continued on his way. Once he was at the bridge, he saw some strange graffiti saying garlic stonkings, and he thought to himself, that's such a stupid thing to say, why would anyone say that? I'm going to ignore that graffiti, and he continued on his way. As he rolled his way over the bridge, he suddenly remembered that under the bridge lived a hippopotamus. Oh boy, be careful! They're known as one of the most dangerous... The little octopus climbed out of his backpack. Careful, Billy! Those octopi love to eat... those hippopotami love to eat octopi! But little Billy couldn't understand. As soon as he was at the top, the hippopotamus started snorting, because oh boy could he smell that fresh, tasty octopus. Billy got a little nervous, because why would it be snorting like this? And then the hippopotamus, leaped out from the water and crashed into the bottom of the bridge, and the wood splintered, and little Billy fell into the water below. Oh no! Cried little Billy. Oh no! Cried the octopus. Cried the rat. Oh no, my map's probably all wet, but I guess it's fine because I already know where I'm going, thought Billy. So, Billy and the octopi and the rat continued downstream, but then suddenly the octopi launched a tentacle out and grabbed the edge of the water. I guess I'll save you because we seem to be on this adventure together now and I've had a change of heart. And the octopus saved them all, and the rat cried tears of joy. Then Billy thought about his favourite friend, Sophie, and he thought, oh boy, pardon me, that's not what he thought. 1 second, let me hydrate. He thought about his friend Sophie, and he thought, I know, she will know where my parents are because of that tracking device she always keeps on them. I don't know why, she just seems a little bit obsessed. And Billy thought this might be a better idea than heading towards the ocean, and once he was at Sophie's house, he gave the door a big ol' knockin'. Oh, Sophie! Let me in! My parents are probably dead! Oh, frick. But there was no response. He began to get hypothermia, as it was quite cold outside, and he had been in the water, so it makes a lot of sense that he would. And he stumbled round to Sophie's bedroom window, which was on the first floor, conveniently for this plot. It was also a bungalow, so of course it was on the first floor. Then he knocked on the window, but he couldn't make out through the dark room, so he smashed the window open, using his wrestling skills.
Favorite color.
The window was broken and there was more shattered glass, and this time he used his stump leg because that's not gonna hurt like his real leg. So he climbed in, and in the bed was Sophie. Sophie, what are you doing in bed? She screamed. Little Billy, what are you doing in my bedroom? It's 7 a.m. You should be at homeschool by now. No, Sophie, don't be silly. It's a weekend. And I only have afternoon school on the weekends. Oh, I guess you are right, but it is still quite strange that you're in my bedroom. Oh boy, did you break my window? She said, looking down at his stump foot, which had glass on it. No, said little Billy, but he actually did, so he's a dirty, filthy, disgusting liar. Little, Billy then clambered into the bed with Sophie and whispered in her ear, you look like a corpse when you sleep. Little Billy, that's a very strange thing to say, said Sophie. No, it's not. Why is that weird? It's just a little bit weird, little Billy. I don't think it's that weird. Well, it is. No, it's not. Well, it's about my opinion, and my opinion says it is weird. Okay, fine. Guess we'll just leave it at that. Fine. Then little Billy explained to Sophie the events of the night and how he'd found the map and the secret bunker. Oh no, little Billy, is this all true? Yes, why would I lie to you? Well, it's just that, you know how I was, tracking your parents? Yes, that's why I came to find you. Well, I actually have known about this for quite a while. What the frick? Why wouldn't you tell me you're my best and only friend? Well, we're not actually friends, you just kind of follow me around. Okay, fine, well, that sounds like a friend to me. Oh, we have a very different definition of friendship. Fine. Anyway, it seems that your parents are involved with the upcoming rapture, and I'm actually working for the good agent society, and they're actually working for the bad one, and I'm trying to stop them. Oh, Sophie, this sounds very, far-fetched. What are you talking about? This is a completely realistic situation. Never mind, I guess. It's fine. Can you just help me find them? Well, as I said, little Billy, your parents are the bad guys. No, that can't be true, but they're fascists and racists. How could they be bad? Little Billy, do you hear yourself? I don't know. My mother beat me so hard that I can't hear out of my left ear. Oh, little Billy, that's horrible. Don't you hear what you're saying? I just told you that I can't hear what I'm saying. Oh my god, little Billy. Okay, fine, little Billy. I'm crying. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Okay, fine, little Billy. I promise I'll help you. You will? Really? Yes, but in return you must do something for me. What do you want me to do, Sophie? All my life, all I've ever wanted was a rat, and I would love you to help me find one. Sophie, that's such a fantastic, amazing coincidence, because I actually have a rat. What, really? How? I found it in the spy tunnel. Oh yes, you did tell me that as part of your story. I remember that you told me your whole story. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Oh, well, that'll do then. Oh, my mouth is so full of spit. Oh, okay, well, we're going to have to go towards the traffic lights, and maybe once we get there, we can find your parents and bring them to the light side. That sounds like a good plan to me. Then they went out the door, and they, headed onto the street. But gravity? What does that mean? At the traffic lights, Sophie suddenly jumped 2 meters into the air. Oh my god, how do you do that? I told you I'm a spy. That doesn't make any sense. Just don't worry about it, you'll get it when you're older. And she thwomped the red traffic light, and suddenly, and Sophie took them to a big old screen. And on the screen was a big diagram explaining the entire spy organization. You know, little Billy, this is very secret information. I can see that. I don't really understand why you're showing me. Oh, I just thought it would give you context for your parents and why we need to actually kill them. What are you talking about? I don't know. Oh, look, don't worry about it. I actually have already sent some people to kill them. Look, Billy, his name is, Coy. His name is, you might know him as Police Chief Coy. Oh, yeah, frick, that was me. It was actually supposed to help you. Sophie, I'm gonna kill my parents. Look, Billy, I need to show you more. And Sophie showed Billy some pictures of his parents at a Minecraft convention. What? I guess they do have to die. They could never be so cruel and live. Billy, by the way, I haven't lost my virginity yet. So they headed out of the secret passage and onto the street. Right, so you said your parents might be at the ocean. Yes, but I thought that was quite vague, which is why I came to you. Okay, cool. Well, it's okay because I have that tracking device, so I'm going to use it now. And she started using her tracking device. Oh, yes, they are by the ocean, and they are also definitely not in Alabama or New York, and they also don't work for Google. I don't know why you're telling me these things. It kind of sounds like you're just having to force words in there because you missed them out. No, that wouldn't ever be the case. Ha ha ha. Little Billy and Sophie headed towards the beach. So Billy, I need you to know that we're about to be there. We're about to find your parents. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I just want to see my mother one more time. Her dementia doesn't mean she's not a fascist and a racist and also a murderer. Wait, you didn't tell me she was a murderer? Well, it seems pretty obvious because she's a secret agent and spy and also a fascist and a racist, and she's killed like at least 12 people. You should have told me this sooner. Well, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Why didn't you tell me this sooner? I don't know, I'm sorry. This is a very high pressure situation. situation for all of us, little Billy, and sometimes facts get forgotten and the story doesn't quite make sense. So they did, and they suddenly came to a little beach hut. It wasn't that sudden, they actually saw it coming for quite a while in the distance, so it wasn't really a surprise. Ah, here we are, Billy. This is where the tracker leads to. Oh, I'm so excited to see my mum. As I said, Billy, I am going to kill them, so you really shouldn't be too excited. You should probably get ready to say your goodbyes. What? Wait, you're killing them? Billy, I've told you this like at least 20 times by now, this entire walk. Wait, can we just like put them in prison or something? Well, yes, I guess we could, but I'm not really the government, so I don't have a prison facility. I just have, me and my fellow Homo sapiens, all we have is our minds and our quick wit. Okay, Sophie, I understand. But secretly, Billy didn't really understand, and he wasn't really sure if he was going to go along with his plan. Once they opened the door of the beach hut, and there, tied to a chair, was Mr. and Mrs. Simpson, Billy's parents. I didn't mention Billy's last name was Simpson. They were tied to a chair, and suddenly, from behind Billy and Sophie, the door shut, and there was Secret Agent Police Chief Coy. Oh my gosh, it's you! Said Billy. How did you get in here? And this is my beach hut, said Coy. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna kill you all. What? Why? Said little Billy. Wait, I don't understand, Coy. We work for the same team, said Sophie. I've decided I'm just rebelling against humanity in general, and so I don't need any agency or anyone. That seems highly unpredictable and like a real, just convenient way to make you an overall villain, considering the lines of the story haven't been correctly crafted. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, neither do I. I mean, that's Sophie who was saying that. Yeah, neither do I. Okay, wait. Billy reached into his bag and pulled out the octopus, who was also holding a gun. If you remember from earlier. Wait, nobody move! His parents, eyes wide but mouths gagged, started screaming. He thinks, he couldn't really tell. Maybe they were singing, "Oh, Mom, Dad, I'm gonna save you!" His mum bit off her gag and shouted, "Billy, I still hate you!" "Oh, Mum, you always say the sweetest things." "Billy, don't save me, you little mistake!" "Oh, Mum, I love you so much." "Billy, I hate you!" Okay, you're all out of time. Coy shot Billy's dad square in the head. "Ah, oh no! Dad!" cried Billy, distraught. "Honey," said his mum, also quite distraught, but seemingly less so. "Ah, that was my job," said Sophie. "Oh, I'll do it again," said Coy. But before he had the chance, the octopus shot him right square in the